So when it comes to IndyCar racing at Pocono, it's such a divided and hot topic in not only in the IndyCar world but motorsports world in general. On one side, you get the part that it's a spectacular oval track for IndyCar and NASCAR. It's a unique shaped track, the Tricky Triangle. And on the other side, you get that it's a dangerous track, extremely dangerous and unsafe for the sport. You get drivers hurt and killed, and it's just not safe for IndyCar racing. And I'm going to be particularly honest. Yeah, I know the title says it. I'm on the side that I'm a IndyCar Pocono supporter. And I have reasons why. The first reason why I support IndyCar racing at Pocono is because the history. Pocono Raceway was built in 1969. And in 1971, the USAC Champ Car Series raced there for the first time. So IndyCar was there before NASCAR did. In my opinion, I would call Pocono a somewhat historical track because of the unique of the shape of the track and the history of it. And when it comes to IndyCar at Pocono, it's another 2-mile track, unique shaped, and it's kind of like Indianapolis but triangular. It does bring good racing and really fast. It's like Indy if anything, but triangular. I know I'm just rambling at that part, but I really support that IndyCar race at Pocono because it's another oval, it's another 2-mile track, it's another 500-mile race. What I also liked about IndyCar at Pocono was that when we were getting less ovals, unfortunately we're still getting less ovals, it was one of the ovals that was on schedule. And people would show up if there's like advertisements of the race. And another thing I'm defending about IndyCar at Pocono is about its controversies. I defend it because everybody talks about Pocono being a very dangerous track that should not be open for IndyCar racing, and IndyCar should never come back there at all. The thing is that people say that about Pocono, but when it comes to Indianapolis, they keep their damn mouth shut about it. If anything, Indianapolis is more dangerous than Pocono. I'm not saying this because I support Pocono. I'm saying this because it's facts. Unfortunately, more people got killed in Indianapolis than more people got injured for IndyCar at Pocono. And unfortunately, we did lose one driver, and it was Justin Wilson. It just baffles me that fans are just hypocritical that it's okay to race at Indy, but not at Pocono. My issues with Pocono is that I feel like the safety stuff, I don't know if it's still outdated because at the time when they were there, it was outdated. Like the catch fence in turn 2 where Robert Wickens crashed. And when it comes to like safety, it's just not really there as we thought at the time. I'm probably rambling about that part. It could be dead wrong. But another thing is that everybody acts like IndyCar Pocono is such a bloodbath racing event. And that's not really true. Yes, unfortunately, the bad crashes do overshadow IndyCar at Pocono. However, we do have good moments. We do have good racing on a good package. 2017, the cars were all packed up in single file, but we still saw amazing racing. And like when it came to like the DW12s in 2013 or 2014, it was just skilled racing, no packs of cars. And then 2015, when we had the aero kits from 2015 through 2017, the cars were packed. They were very racy, but unfortunately, some drivers would like lose talent and then we get some big crashes sometimes. And there were some like incidents that's not their fault, like Sage Karam on the wall, for example, and then Sage's nose cone hit Justin Wilson. That's not a track problem. It's a freak accident. It was a freak accident. And I hate to say this, that could have happened to anywhere. No matter if it's an oval, no matter if it's a road course, no matter if it's a street circuit. Unfortunately, it could have happened anywhere before the cockpit protection. And it really sucks to like see that happen. It is sad. Like I did meet Justin Wilson back in 2014 in St. Petersburg. Really nice guy. And of course, like we all miss him to this day. And then 2016, we saw some good racing. The only scary part was the pit road accident with Elio Castroneves and Alexander Rossi and I believe Charlie Kimball. We could have someone killed there, and thankfully that was not the case. Again, that's not a track problem. It was just driver problem when it comes to pit road at that incident. 2017, nothing terrible happened. It's just great racing. And then we get to the part that everybody talks about when it comes to IndyCar Pocono. 2018, the first race with the current cars, the IR18 Universal package. This is before the screen protection. And obviously, everybody knows the accident of Ryan Hunter-Reay and Robert Wickens is paralyzed. after crashing hard into the catch fence in turn 2 after both drivers got together in turn 2. That's when the fire of the Pocono debate started again. And then 2019, we had that lap 1 crash when Takuma Sato was not clear in front of the pack and collected Alexander Rossi, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Felix Rosenqvist. I think James Hinchcliffe too. And that was when the debate of IndyCar Pocono kept going, fired up again. And here's the problem with both 2018 and 2019. The problem with both races with those big crashes was that at the time, the universal package was new and passing was just minimal for those tracks. It was hard to pass, and unfortunately, when it came to those cars being hard to pass, the drivers would force a pass. They would become aggressive. They would try in their own hands to do something, but unfortunately, it caused the driver to get paralyzed, and it caused it another big one a year later. If anything, that's not the track's fault. That was the car's fault, the Universal Kit car's fault early on in its existence of that package. It's not really fair that the track is to blame for those incidents. Like, yes, here's the thing. Pocono is a dangerous track for IndyCar and NASCAR. It's a dangerous track in general. Racing is dangerous. Tracks are dangerous. But Pocono is just not the most dangerous track, and it's just not as dangerous. The issue is just drivers going crazy, going ham for no reason. Whether it's lap 1, whether it's lap 6, when it's not even the last lap. The drivers were the problem when it came to those big crashes. It's just not fair that the track is to blame. And to be honest, when it came to the attention of IndyCar Pocono, yeah, there was not a lot of people at the stands. Yeah, not a lot of people were watching. But here's the thing. In 2019, not only fans did show up and attendance did grow, TV ratings were up, and it was a cable race, one of the highest cable races at that time. But unfortunately, we lost Pocono after 2019 because we didn't have a major sponsor after ABC Supply left the event. And then we got replaced by Richmond, and then COVID happened. We never got Richmond back. We never got Pocono back at the moment. So we lost Pocono for nothing, if you ask me. So what could have happened was that drivers shouldn't have raced so aggressively when they didn't have to. They should have been more aware about the racing and other drivers. That's just what I think. I think IndyCar at Pocono is meant to be. We do need more ovals. We do need some big tracks. We do need another 500-mile race. Pocono is the way to go. And the track was built for IndyCar open wheel racing first. Thankfully, Pocono Racing is independently owned. NASCAR doesn't own it. ISC doesn't own it. Both of them. I just wish there was a way for more people to think about IndyCar Pocono being like not as bad. That's just what I think. What they could have done for IndyCar Pocono at the time was have more time for practice. They should have treated the Pocono 500 like it was another 500-mile race. You know, with more practices, more qualifying, just more testing, more preparations. Because it's ridiculous that Pocono had like a 2-day preparation for the race. That's not right for a 500-mile race. It should be special than that. It should be more special than that. I'm not saying, we could practice. Maybe like 4 days, 5 days of preparations for the Pocono 500. And since the races took place in July and August at the time, yeah, of course, typical Pennsylvania weather between July and August in terms of rain. I don't know how the weather is in September besides fall. Does it rain less over there? If so, hypothetically, I think an IndyCar Pocono race in September would help in terms of like weather, maybe cooler air when it's not as hot. And like I said, the packaging of oval racing, or Indianapolis these days for big tracks, it's different than the 2018 and 2019 package when it was just new and passing was just minimal compared to the aero kits. So in conclusion, IndyCar Pocono is meant to be. There was just a bunch of circumstances that made IndyCar Pocono a bad look. Not because of the track's fault. It's because of how the drivers were on track and lack of preparations, not a lot of care. It's just criminal that this sport races at Indianapolis, but not Pocono or anywhere else. Whether it's because of NASCAR, ISC's monopoly and greediness, whether it's the Penske Entertainment folks at IndyCar not advertising their shit unless it's the Indy 500. Like, you can't just rely on Fox and title sponsors. As of the making this video, we just had Iowa weekend and the standings were abysmal, 6,000. We don't know we're going to get Iowa next year. Even if we do go back to one race next year, we don't know we're going to keep Iowa long term because we had no Hy-Vee, nothing like that. There's just way too many problems with IndyCar that I can go over probably again, but fucking hell, who knows? But as for IndyCar Pocono, at some point, I really hope they do come back. Hypothetically, if they do come back, give them more time to prepare, more testing, more practice, maybe a 2-day qualifying run, and make sure these drivers don't drive like fucking morons. That's all. I know it's more than that, but still. I would love to see the sport have more ovals and more big tracks, and I'd love to see Pocono come back. So that's just what I think. I've been wanting to say something about IndyCar Pocono for a while on a video because for years I've been defending IndyCar Pocono, and I've been wanting to make a video about it on why I'm defending it. So that's just what I think. Hopefully I'm not missing anything else. So what do you guys think about IndyCar Pocono? Are you a supporter of it? Do you not like it? At least be civil about it. That's all I can say. Because IndyCar Pocono is such a hot and divided topic. So at least be civil in the comments below about it. When it comes to comments, I agree or disagree. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Ian, and I talk about racing. Signing off. Goodbye, everybody.